So we will restart presentation. So please.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Group 2, and today we are going to present a brand new food system. It's about food safety. This is our group member, and as a venture company, we are Dia's custodian.
Please introduce your names, you two first.
My name is Mengyao Liu.
My name is Yu Gobando.
Okay, do you know any news like this? You see, in US, this year at June 30th, in a hospital, some patients ate a hospital sandwich and that got them dead. And the number is 5. Can you imagine? Is that horrible? You got disease, you went to the hospital, and you ate the sandwich in the hospital. So these things actually happened. Do you know this news? Someone in the US, you buy some food, you buy some vegetables from the supermarket, and you went back to home, you cook at your home, but you got disease. Why that? Because the egg you buy from the supermarket has poison, has disease, has bad bacteria, and you didn't know that. Is that horrible? We use supermarket every day. Check that, McDonald's. Can you imagine how many people use McDonald's, we eat in McDonald's? And this is not the first example. So many cases are happening in the world, not only McDonald's. You know, in Japan, we also have this news, but it's about Yukijirushi. I think everyone knows the company. And the Yukijirushi's food caused so many people got disease. It's more than 40,000 just in Japan, a developed country. And this is not only in Japan, it's in the whole world. Things are really serious. Check out that. This is only from one website, and you can see we are living within food poisoning every day. It's not by potential hour, it just acts very naturally. You see, I have 3 slides, only a few part of this news. So you can see that food safety, it really, really matters. Can you imagine how these 3 kinds of people, what they will feel, what they will think when they see this news? Pregnant women, very little young child, and people who are easy to get allergy. How would they feel? They will feel, wow, this world is crazy. We are not safe. The things we buy from the supermarket, the place in the hospital where we cure our disease, and the restaurants we usually go, it's not safe. We can't trust them. Even we cook at our own home, we can't trust that the food, the vegetables I buy, the food I buy is safe, right? So we as our DS custodian, we have our project. And as our mission is to solve the problem in our best. We are a venture company, and we are going to provide a unique platform to direct connect food producers and consumers in pursuit of safety, traceability, quality specificity, and reasonable prices, empowered by blockchain technology. We are going to realize a path for a new supply chain of food that will meet both food producers and consumers' desire to sell and buy my own food products. As I have explained to you, that our background is at the current situation of the market. You see, the current similar system is really not sufficient. And the market is becoming even softer. Hence, we as a service producer, as a venture company, we can have positively engage the customers in service creation. Also, the market is really huge, and there is a really good demand that are not met yet. People want to trust that their food is safe. People want safe, really, really safe food. Not only the vegetables, but also meat, milk, eggs, everything that you eat. You want to have it proved to be true and safe, right? So the problems of the current system is that it's lack of traceability. You cannot make sure that the food you buy is coming from a good place. You don't know where it's grown and where it's sold. And also, it's lack of information. Also, it's lack of transparency. So what should we do? This is our project concept diagram. You see, there are some drivers that drive us to do this system, to do this needed to solve in the society. And we also have resources. I'll explain them one by one. Firstly, for the drivers, first one is that even distributors and big food chain company, they can't make sure that the food they supply is safe. Even McDonald's, you went to the restaurants, even they are famous, they are big, they have all the shops around the world. They don't know that their food that they give to their customers is totally safe. They can't make that sure. And also, people like us, we can't know that that food is safe. People are suffering by food poisoning. I think there's some words, there's some space that has some problems here, because in the original file, the words are separate. There are space between them. But I think you can just hear me to explain it. This something has wrong, but it's okay. For the third driver, it's like the supply system, the supply management in the current market is not very enough. It's not very efficient. So what can we do? What resources do we have? Firstly, the market is really new in the food safety system and in the blockchain system. It's really, really new market and with new technology. So we have really, really a few competitors. The market is huge. It has a blue ocean, and it has a white space. And for the second resource, that blockchain technology can help the food chain to be transparent and to be more with trust. And for the third resource is that we have a rigid demand that people really, really need the safe to be need safe food system. So our concept is through the blockchain technology to build a platform and to secure food safety and do our contribution to the society. So our target customers and our principle of this project purpose. Firstly, our customers is not only the people who are going to buy food or eat food, also for those food chain company and also for those food producers, also for farmers. We as a venture team, our principle is to use the smart use of digital transformation, hence it's blockchain technology. And also our concept is, I have explained that, our design is design thinking, and our value to realize is to add the whole value of the society. We want to give the customers really trust with our system, and hence to the whole society. About the root of our project development, you can see we use design thinking and we use stakeholder management to make sure our project can go smoothly. Let me explain our system. You see, we as a DS custodian platform, we will have this widespread. We can help food chain company get their customers' trust. We can help food origins to establish their own brand, their own my own producers. And also they can have their product to be a new brand. And also we can help individual clients to get their safe food. And also we target to our food generals. It's not only for vegetables. We also have all the like milk, milk powder, the babies use, all like that. So why we use blockchain? I think it's a really, really famous word, and people are talking that a lot. So blockchain is a real new technology. You see, it's a suite of distributed ledger technologies that can be programmed to record and track anything of value. And do you know that if you add something to a block, it will create a block? And if you want to reverse that original block, you can, because you can change the exist block and you will give a new block. There will exist a new block along the chain. So every modification, every reversing will be recorded. So this is non-destructive way that can track and store data with a chain of blocks. And any change to a block will create a new block, and nothing will be missed. So it's a decentralized and distributed across a large network of computers through broadcasting, which can share to all computers. Thus, it can create trust in the data. It's called proof of work. Also, use this technology, we can delete intermediaries. Without intermediaries, it means cost cutting. Maybe the blockchain technology is expensive, but because we can cut off the intermediaries, so we can have cost saving. So because of the system, because of the technology's strength, we can trust every block on the chain. You can see blockchain is really have a solution. The proof of work can share to everyone, and also the network can verify the proof of work. So use this system, our clients can have their own data, and has some data can be only controlled by his own, and some data can be shared. So you may wonder that you are not hearing this for the first time because we already have some current competitors. For example, IBM. IBM has a similar project called Food Trust. And also I have learned that the MUFG and also a program called GFSI, also some others, more little, they have also the similar project to in the R&D phase, I think. And IBM is the biggest. And IBM's system mechanism, I have looked at it, and I think we are quite different from IBM. So you may wonder, what is your unique design? What's your project so unique? I'll tell you what. Firstly, we can give the service, and we are different from IBM. We won't use your data. For IBM, you just register to their platform use the service, but by have this contract with IBM, it equals that you will give your data to the IBM. So we won't do that. And secondly, without the more intermediaries, we can have the cost cutting down. And thirdly, we don't just for farmers. So our clients is really huge. We don't have to worry that we won't have clients. And also, if you use our service, you can find a lot of similar people or similar users that can connect with you. For example, if you are a farmer, you use our platform, maybe you can find your own clients, you can find your own customers, you can have your own brand. So you won't have to worry about that. You have no brand, you have no power, but you have safe food, right? And also we have high quality service, and we have a reasonable price. It's not so expensive. Next, I will have Bundle to explain the stages and other analysis.
So this is our analysis, and basically we have the reality that there is efficient supply chain, of course, transparency. So we actually need to also collect the information that we also needed. And there, our vision is actually, we are hoping that the consumers and also the producers are connected each other with our intermediators. So basically, our hurdles are these three. So we consider like time-consuming part, and also like we are expecting to have more like tax on the credibility as well, and then securing the venture capital and farmer fund contribution takes time and patience as well. So that we consider that part. But our stakeholder could be like these. Of course, employees, investors, suppliers, and consumers with huge online platform as well. So analysts of enablement means could be like venture capital to information and communication technology, or ICT and blockchain. So the scope and cost and schedule, unfortunately, we couldn't actually estimate the cost. So our project concern could be estimated as like more than 1 year, and probably it will cost $5 million or more than that in this part. And we also need to have like financial support from other bank and also like the investors as well. But we couldn't figure out how much we actually need to invest ICT tools to create a new platform. Basically, we also find a very like small platform as well on the internet service. So if we use that kind of platform as a first small step, so we don't think we need to pay a lot of money for this. But when it comes to the security part, we also need to have some kind of creditable company that can preserve or collect the data that we gathered. So this one as well. So system prototyping could be like 5 months or so. And yes, blockchain-based food trade system can be also 4 months. Then we also need to hire someone who are very good at, very professional on the ICT skill and also blockchain part as well. But in a recent trend, it is kind of it is already estimated that quite high money that we also need to in that person to cover. So about the project schedule, as in a 2-year span, we are expecting to have this part. But of course, even though we have the schedule of this project, first of all we need to actually find the very trustful people or the other trusted company or the manager who can actually join with this project as well. So evaluation of the project plans is actually the range of 68. And basically, we are expecting the major risk as unwillingness of food producers to participate in the project, because nowadays in Japanese agricultural farmers, almost like the average of the age could be like over 60 years old. So we actually doubting that how many people can also join that part as well to use technology to gain their profit, how we can convince them to like use this platform. So maybe we can also raise the awareness to the younger farmers or the people who are very interested in the new farming, or maybe for the government. We also can negotiate with the Japanese government who are also going to produce the new farming using with the ICT tools. So, and our project organization chart could be this, and yes, and then the strategy for project execute stage could be this. So basically, we have 4 key management aspects. And specific stage could be like, as in a stakeholder management, we need to identify and acknowledge the stakeholder. And we also need to determine their influence and interest as well. And the schedule is always stick with the WBS and check project progress on every stage. And technical scope integration is focusing on blockchain platform creation and coping with uncertainty during execution, as we need to have more core members with high incentive and motivation that can be helped with in this project. So thank you for listening, and we are very solid to in a sufficient part of this project.
Okay.
Thank you
Well
so
done.
much.
You have put together your work very smartly, yes. We have one more presentation from the same group. Kinoshita-san, please come. Hmm? これで俺さっき送ってくれたやつね。We invite clarification, short questions